Micheal Belkin of the Belkin Gold Stock Forecast is with me now at the Minds and Money Conference in Toronto. Micheal, nice to have you on, first time speaking.
Thank you so much for having me.
You were one of the speakers here at Minds and Money. You've kind of been all over the press with your game plan is if stocks were to go down, are you prepared and what do you pick? What are you liking these days, Micheal?
Well, I was in Barron's last week saying short the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's a ridiculous bubble, and the FANG stocks, which led the market higher, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, those are shorts to me. They've underperformed the market by 4% since July, and I think they're going down. And I told investors to switch into precious metals mining stocks. It's one of the things I recommended in Barron's. I recommended two stocks, yep. Pan American Silver and Newmont.
And you're also saying on the silver front, you like First Majestic?
Yes, so I have a product, a retail gold stock newsletter called the Belkin Gold Stock Forecast. And it's a quantitative approach to investable gold and silver stocks that trade all around the world. I have a forecasting model I developed back in my days at UC Berkeley Business School, and then Salomon Brothers. We used it in prop trading at Salomon. And I started a retail gold stock newsletter with this model 2 years ago, right pretty much at the bottom of the gold stock market. And I recommend stocks that will outperform the GDX and the XAU. And one of the stocks that I will recommend here is First Majestic. I'm recommending silver. I think silver is going to outperform gold. Silver has had the deep liquidation that the Nasdaq is headed for. It declined. Silver declined all the way to its 200-month average, and now I think it's time it's a buy.
Speaking for investors watching, especially silver investors, which I feel have been so patient, and I've heard, we're going to get to $20 silver. We're going to, I've had guests come on $50 silver, $100 silver. But the industrial play is not working for silver. When is this going to happen? I mean, I've been hearing it for 10 years. I haven't seen it happen. Why are you so convinced?
Good question. All right, first of all, everything bottomed. Now, silver peaked at 48.42 on April 28th, 2011. It declined 72% and bottomed on December 14th, 2015. At the 200-month average. It's had the washout decline. It had a huge rally last year, which ended in August. And then since August of 2016 until there was a kind of sideways to down move. I think that's a correction.
Okay.
And I think the next move up is an extended rally that will take, as investors rotate out of risky NASDAQ stocks and things like that, they will be looking for an alternative. Precious metals are negatively correlated to the stock market.
They
do the opposite.
Gold?
Yes, but silver outperforms gold in a bull market.
So it wouldn't be the industrial component driving silver, it would just be people choosing silver as a hedge over gold?
Yes, investment demand. And so what I've done is I've investigated and found there are only 26 investable silver mining stocks in the world. And for my clients who are big institutions, investable means they can put money into it, not small cap exploration companies, which they can't really buy, big institutions.
So what's your target range for silver?
I think long term, I think it's in the long-term bull market. We're going to take out the previous highs, which were $48. Right. I think it goes there and then way beyond.
You said commodities are washed out, equities are in la-la land, but of more concern to you is energy.
I think energy is bottomed. So I think energy, same thing as, now remember, crude oil was $100 a barrel back in 2014. Yeah. Everyone was bullish. It was like the Nasdaq now. Remember, it's going to 200, there's such a shortage, peak oil, blah, blah, blah. So I think at everybody couldn't, at 40, 50 bucks, it's the end of the world, shale oil, too much supply, blah, blah, blah. I'm fortunate in, I know somebody who's an active participant in the oil market who supplies airlines with fuel. And he says he's never seen a year where there hasn't been some major disruption in supply coming from some oddball nation part of the world where oil is produced, Libya or Venezuela or Saudi Arabia or Iran or who knows. So I think oil is looking for an excuse to go up. I think there will be a supply disruption. The central banks have created a stupid bubble in equities. The money is going to be vaporized, and money will be looking for another home. One thing it will find is silver and gold, another is probably energy for fundamental reasons as well as investment reasons.
So you're still bullish gold, even though you love silver, you're still bullish gold.
Absolutely.
Where's the yellow metal headed? for you?
I don't have a number, so that's a hard question for me to answer. I think it's in a new bull market. Well, let me put that in perspective.
Okay.
The XAU index at 85, it came out at the 100 level in 1979. Think about that, 38 years ago. It's 15% below where it came out 38 years ago, the primary gold mining stock index. So where is it going? I think gold stocks are underfollowed. They're despised. Institutions don't know anything about them. I'm trying to do something about that by advising them to buy them. But I think it's an incredible buying opportunity. The XAU fell 82%, and I think it's going up. I think it's a huge, a bull market started last year. By the way, the S&P gold mining subgroup was the best performing group of the S&P 500 last year. You won't hear that from anybody else. Nobody even knows that. It was up like 89% or something last year. So I think that's an example. High double-digit percent, triple-digit percent gains are possible in gold and silver mining stocks.
Micheal Belkin, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And thanks for watching our coverage here from the Minds of Money conference. Stay tuned to Kitco.com. Thanks, Michael.